Holy crap, it's white out. Can't see shit out here.
So long, cruel world, I'm gonna miss you. And all those innocent people you taking with you.
YouTube, welcome back to another Pounds 978 Customs video. And right now we have Cosmic Spider-Man. One of my favorite designs for Spider-Man, and a quick secret, Cosmic Spider-Man is what got me into customizing. I almost bought a custom from a customizer. Shout out to Beast Customs, who painted this magnificent looking Cosmic Spider-Man, and I wanted it so bad. And that's when I just started getting introduced to Marvel Legends, and I just couldn't afford it. Turned out to be the best thing though, because from that point on I wanted to learn how to make customs, and Spider-Man specific. So I think one of the first customs I did make was a Cosmic Spider-Man using the 2099 body. If you want, I'll put the card here. It's very old. So this is the third Cosmic I've done so far, and the best out of the three, obviously. I think the second one was good for what it was, but this one right here is by far the best. In fact, I think this is a recipe Hasbro could have used. Cosmic Spider-Man, aka Captain Universe. A time when Spider-Man gained the galactic powers, or the cosmic powers. It's an old story. I'm not too familiar with it, honestly. A few people have became Captain Universe, Spider-Man being one of them. And you see that he comes with a couple accessories. On the left is the head that comes with the Cosmic Spider-Man that Hasbro released. And on the right is a Namor head. I thought the Namor head resembles the Peter Parker head so much that I figured that I would use it for a custom if I ever made a Cosmic. And so here's my Cosmic, and here are both heads, just so you can compare them both. If you want to make yourself one of these, all you need is a Silver Surfer and a Spider UK head. And to be honest, I had Silver Surfer for a long time, since it came out. Not a long time, but whenever it came out, I had it. I didn't know what to do with it. I was going to turn him into like the Silver Spider-Man at the time when I made the Gold Venom. So I had Silver Surfer just lying around in a box. I didn't know what to do with it. And then, spur of the moment thought, Cosmic Spider-Man. It just hit me. And I felt like it was a perfect recipe. All I needed was a UK head. So I grabbed the UK head, shaved the eyes down, and tried my best to make a Cosmic Spider-Man. Got some flame accessories as well. None of them are accurate to the comic, but they both are the same color, and that's pretty accurate. But the shapes are not the same as the comic. One comes from the Cosmic Spider-Man figure Hasbro release, and the other one is from, I believe, Sunfire. I must say, this was probably one of the funnest customs to make. And I say fun because, I don't know, I think sprinkling the white dots turned out to be the funnest thing. It was worrisome at first, but I practiced on a piece of paper, spraying those dots like that, like flicking it from the brush, not the airbrush, flicking it from a paintbrush. And I thought it was so fun. It was pretty simple. There is some shading on it. I'm not sure if you can see. It has blue and black in the galaxy. The hardest part was probably the constellations. There was no cleaning up. Wasn't sure which head looked better, so I asked for advice from you guys. Which head looks better for Cosmic Spider-Man? Obviously, the one on the left looks more accurate and better. But if you didn't have that head, the right one would work as well. But yeah, to be fair, the left one is pretty accurate to the comic, so you can't do any better than that. Round of applause to Hasbro for that comic accuracy right there. Round of applause, everyone. Yes, yes, yes. I'll be real. They can mess things up over there sometimes, but you got to give them the credit when they do things right. My custom on the left and Hasbro's product on the right. And I like Hasbro's, to be honest. When I first saw it, I was excited that they were even putting out a Cosmic Spider-Man. And then getting it, there was a few disappointments. One being on the UK body. Two, the white. Although I like the white on it, I felt like it should have been silver, just to resemble the comic images a little more. Or in between the two, a lighter silver or a darker white, if that makes any sense. However, I think they both look pretty cool. Namor's head is a little spiky at the end, so that looks a little funny. But personally, I think the Cosmic that I made looks a little more accurate to the comic, the color and the body style. But I do like Hasbro's unmasked head. One main factor why I like mine's over Hasbro's, besides the color and everything I mentioned, is, and I said the body style, but it is because of these butterfly shoulder joints. Having these make this figure so much more fun to pose and play around with. And I don't know what it is, but every Spider-Man deserves butterfly joints. Personal opinion, I feel like the Cosmic Spider-Man head is too small, where I feel like they should have used the UK head if they were going to use the UK body. Right? This is the UK. It's the UK head, UK body, same thing. Quick lineup. 5 Spider-Man, 3 different body types. Starting with Pizza Spider-Man, the most common body used for Spider-Man figures. Really good figure, really good body. I do agree it is too small for UK, so for them to make a new body, I'm okay with. I like the UK as well, to be honest. This figure is pretty cool. And then I think the next wave was the Cosmic Spider-Man, and it used the same exact body. There were some issues on this body. I'm not going to mention it here. But they're the same exact body, but they are different heads. I feel like this head doesn't look right. It just looks like a person wearing a blanket, and it doesn't have like a spider-shaped face. Most Spider-Men have a certain shape, and it doesn't have it on this head. Maybe it's just me. I just feel like it doesn't look like Spider-Man in the face at all. But here comes this PS4 Spider-Man, which is the perfect recipe. It's the bullseye body mold, first introduced as 2099. So another awesome figure, great articulation, the best figure out of all the Spider-Man figures. Not 2099, but the body style. I really enjoyed this body. I think the butterfly shoulders work so effective, so efficient. But you see that they have the same head as the UK and the body of 2099. That is the perfect recipe for a lot of Spider-Man that could be done in the future. This body, oh, come on.
What the hell you doing?
What? I don't think I would have an issue with future Spider-Man coming out on this body type, body style. You see the cane head is different, but that cane head works really well. The 2099 on the far right has a different look for the face, but the head shape still resembles a Spider-Man head, so that works too. The one on the left you haven't seen yet, that's a custom. And here is Pizza Spider-Man, the originator of all of these guys. The guy who got me into collecting was a Pizza Spider-Man. It's the first Spider-Man figure I owned, and everything else is history. Do not be mistaken, I do like Hasbro's Cosmic Spider-Man. As you can see, I have 5 here. I may have had more throughout time, but I specifically remember when this wave released. It released early on Amazon, and I was able to grab 2 Moon Knights and a few of these guys, because these are the ones I really cared for in that wave. I'm almost certain we'll never see another Cosmic Spider-Man figure in a long time, within the next 10 years. So for me, it's a bit disappointing. And it's the same thing with the 6-armed Spider-Man. At least this is way better than the 6-armed Spider-Man. This retains all the articulation, where the 6-armed Spider-Man is a big disappointment. Let's run through some articulation really quick. Arm does go up with no issues there. Bicep does swivel. When you get it to swivel, it does turn, no problems. Both butterfly joints, ab crunch does go up and down. Shouldn't have an issue, seeing that the entire bottom half is Silver Surfer, so it's all factory. The top is just painted, so that's where you're gonna have issues if you ever have any, which I doubt, honestly. I think you should be paint rub free with this figure. Head goes up, UK head, shave down the eyes. Head goes up, head goes down, left, right. You should be okay here. Butterfly joints, you see when you pop them out all the way, the constellations extend. The back, I didn't add any. I wanted to, but man, it was so tough to add these constellations because I didn't have room to mess up. Once those white lines were applied, that was it because of the shading. I couldn't clean it up. It was tough. It was fun, but those constellations sucked. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. You may appreciate Hasbro's over mines. You may like the white over the silver. You may like the silver over the white, but I think this is a knockout figure. Ow, I'm sorry, man. Let me help you up. This may be one of the cleanest picks of Cosmic Spider-Man, and this is what I base my work off. I wanted to kind of replicate this look with the darker blues and blacks and the silver tone almost. It does appear whitish. It could be white, could be silver. That's why I said in between white and silver. Either way, white and silver, it doesn't matter. It's the body and the head shape that bothered me. Overall, I am happy with this piece. This was not a commission. This was for fun for me to make, and I like it. Again, one of my personal favorite costumes for Spider-Man. If you like this custom, Let me know down below. Let me know what could have been changed. The differences between Hasbro's and mine's, a merge between the two. What would you prefer when you see a Cosmic Spider-Man? Or is Hasbro's fine enough? I like Hasbro's. Again, my only issue is the body's a bit big and the head is not quite Spider-Man-ish. Other than that, I don't have any issues with it. But if you like this video and you want to see more Spider-Man videos, feel free to give a guy a thumb up. Comment down below your thoughts on this Spider-Man, and feel free to subscribe, guys. Thanks.
You choose to subscribe, you the man. Yes, you. Everyone below in the comments, yes, you too. Thank you very much for showing me love. Who knew? It's ironic how we think out the box for you too, right?
Sing, 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 sing. Everybody.
Yay!